In many ways, you have to fulfill the most difficult position in this band, because I think most would agree that John Paul Jones is the secret weapon of Led Zeppelin. Like a lot of the sound, is that. How daunting of a task was it for you to attack that position, that role?
It wasn't easy, and it's still not easy. And I don't think that I still fulfill the role. It's because the music is. I think people's opinion about rock and roll is that it's it can be easy to play, and its arrangements are don't require a lot of thought, and that's like the furthest thing from the truth about Led Zeppelin and their arrangements, their melodies, the rhythmic feel. It's just a complete different animal than anybody else. So, number one, I don't. Yeah, I guess John Paul Jones was considered a secret weapon, or just an indispensable backbone of the group, because he was multifaceted. He didn't just play bass. But I look at each member of the band as being, just as important. Everybody's job is just as difficult. Again, I don't think I'm really filling in those shoes, but I just do what I can. And I don't feel that I feel that I do it well enough that I'm willing to go out on stage and do it. If I couldn't, then I would, I just would have stopped a long time ago. Because there was a time when we started doing this, of course, it wasn't, it was okay, it was good, but we knew it could be better, and just as long as it got better, we would keep progressing with it. If it didn't get better, we'd stop, or I would have stopped.
You've now done this, what, half your life?
Almost, yeah.
How do you see that having impacted you as being such a young person and starting a life on the road and moving on from there? Did it take you down a different path than you anticipated, or was this kind of a lot like what the life's fantasy?
Well, the fantasy, the dream was always, like pretty much every other musician out there, is to write their own music, record it, and sell millions of records and play the arenas of the world. And of course, that was my dream. But once we got a reality check of the type of music that we wanted to play, which was still heavy blues bass, rock and roll, was not being accepted in the industry. So we had to find something else, and this ended up being the thing to do. And I didn't let the fact that what we wanted to do musically wasn't being accepted, I didn't let that deter me from remaining a musician and wanting to make it my living, because it's what I wanted to do. I wanted to travel, see the world, and hopefully do it by playing music. So,
tell me about your original pre-Zoso bands. What were their names? Any of them do anything?
Well, I was, I've always been in a band with Matt, we just, kind of what we were doing when we were playing in Texas was just blues-based rock and roll. you know, I don't like to start, you know, trying to make this, you know, grand statement about what we were doing. It was just, you know, it's just, we're a rock and roll band just trying to slug it out like everybody else.
Originals, covers?
Yeah, it was, we were doing like a 50-50 mix. So, and it worked for us, you know, while we were playing, you know, around the Houston area, and we got, you know, we were picking up some steam. We wanted to take that act on the road, and the guitar player and the drummer we were working with, or actually really the guitar player, he didn't want to leave. So that cut that out, you know, because we just couldn't find anybody that we really liked musically to play with, and so it just we actually called up Greg because he had moved back home to California to see what he was doing, and that's when we moved out to the Los Angeles area, and still had the idea of doing an original project, but it got turned into this. So
what makes it a great show for you doing this? What?
That the people enjoy it. That makes it great. Because it takes a lot to get people to come out and, you know, pay money to come see you. You know, they're hard-earned dollars. So the fact that they really enjoy it, that's great. That's what makes a great show. You know, and just really below that is, or even on the same tier as how the band's performing. I mean, because we played some shows that, I mean, we just damn near burned the house down, and, you know, there's really nobody there to, you know, to enjoy it. So, you know, you almost kind of feel like you're wasting your time, but when you're out on the road doing it, and you know, think, well, we could be at home playing to nobody, and really going nowhere. So, you know, great show.
Any really memorable moments or shows or things that have happened to you within this band?
Well, like what in particular?
Well,
because I'm searching.
All right, if you want to take care of that stuff, what's the funniest stuff that's happened to you on the road? What's a funny story you can share that makes you laugh when you look back at it?
Rated G or PG-13 or rated R?
Whatever you're
We'll leave out
comfortable.
the X.
Yeah, whatever you're comfortable sharing.
Gosh, you know, I really don't know. You know, it's I've forgotten a lot of my stories, to be honest with you. You know, we I think there was this place we used to play in Greenville, Mississippi, and bar. It was on the banks of the Mississippi River, and yeah, the place is a little run down, but yeah, every Friday and Saturday night that place just explodes. I don't know if it's around anymore, but it was, everybody in there just had a really good time. And you know, something funny about it, not that one.
It's probably hard to tell any of the stories that are truly funny because they verge on personal or gross or X-rated.
Yeah, it's you know, it's, yeah, they definitely verge on the personal. It's like, man, it's. So, next question.
All right. when you've got free time on the road, and you can escape from everyone else, what do you like to do?
Gosh, if I can escape?
Yeah, like if hunt down bookstores, or you got anything? It's your private passion that you fulfill on the road. That's again not X-rated.
No, nothing X-rated. It just if I can, if I have the time, because we generally don't have much downtime on the road. Sometimes, if I can take my bike with me, because I'm an avid cyclist, and so I just like to just get out on my bike and just, go for about, 50 to 100 miles, whatever I can get in. And that's generally a good way to, hash out any angst that's been pent up. So, or, I like finding, little neighborhood restaurants. I like finding where the, little hole-in-the-wall places that serve good food. Nice little pubs or something. Just nothing too, like walking into the commercial grade restaurants and, having them slam whatever BS concoction they have, and that's not my style.
Don't know if you're in Akron or Pittsburgh or Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
What music do you listen to on your own?
My own? As of probably the last, 10 years, I've gotten into, classical music more. I kind of grew up with it a little bit through my parents, but I've just really delved into it more on my own. I've been listening to a lot of Sergei Rachmaninoff, and of course, Bach and Mozart and Beethoven. I'm not going to say I know everybody's composition, but that's when I do get to listen to music, because I like to sit down and be undisturbed. I don't like listening to music with other people. I just, I want to listen to it to myself and just take it all in. Classical music and some jazz. Jazz can be kind of hard to sit and take in one sitting. It's really interesting music. I'm intrigued by it, but it doesn't. It just doesn't hold me in as much as classical music does.
Any thoughts on the upcoming trip to the Far East?
I'm excited about it. I've been wanting this for a long time, and I'm not going to say too little, too late. I'm going to say it's about time.
There you go.
So, it's really pumped up about it. Looking forward to it. A little, I'm not nervous, but I'm a little anxious about it. Because from what I hear, the Japanese audiences, they're not like most audiences. They just sit and they listen, which is great. But also at the same time, it's I got to keep that in mind, because we're used to usually like feedback. Yeah, it's people down front, they're raising hell, having a blast, and it's a whole different landscape there with the audience. So, and I think they may even be a little more particular. So.
Yeah, I think that respect for the artist allows for so much hard criticism or examination of the performance that it should feed some good motivation in your direction.
Oh yeah. I mean, we'll be on top of our game there, but it's still looking forward to it.
Cool. Well, any statements toward the Zoso community of fans, and anything you'd like to say to the people that enjoy your craft?
Well, we certainly appreciate y'all. Again, spending your hard-earned money, come out and see us, and glad that you enjoy the show. We'd love to meet everybody. It sometimes just can't happen, but again, we thank you very much from the heart. We couldn't maintain what we do without fans. So, it's all Led Zeppelin fans that come out and they keep us going. So, thank you.
Thanks for watching Cleveland Live Music. If you like staring into the sun with me, hit the subscribe button. There's Patreon and GoFundMe information in the video descriptions. Thanks for the support, and thanks for making the channel grow.